everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I achieve this look. I go through a full contour, highlight, eyeshadow, eyebrow, lips. With this look on a whim, I wanted something warm but sparkly and fun. You could wear this out. You could also wear this to work if you want because it's not too dark of a smoky eye. Guys, enjoy this video. Please comment below with any ideas for future videos. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is grab our primer. I have been using the Makeup Forever Step 1. This baby is gold. I have a lot of redness on my face, so the green tint of this kind of offsets that. So we're just gonna grab a little of that, put that all over. I also use this NYX Pore Filler. It comes out like this. It's the strangest consistency, but it really does smooth out your face. I'm just gonna put that mostly in the areas where I have an issue with that. Next, I'm going to grab my Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. My favorite foundation that I own is this guy. It's Cover FX Natural Finish Oil-Free Foundation, and I have it in G30. So what I do is I mix this with some beauty oil. It's Blissful Beauty Oil. I got it from Etsy. Put a little bit of that foundation on the back of my hand. And then I go in with the beauty oil, just one drop of that. And then I mix it together on the back of my hand. And I just apply that on my face. And then I grab my foundation brush. This is the Morphe M439. This is my favorite foundation brush. And I'm just going to work the rest of that into the skin. I am feeling particularly dull, I go in on top of that with True Lumi Cushion Foundation from L'Oreal. It's just opens up like this. Grab a damp beauty blender and a couple of pumps in there, and I just kind of spread this all around. This is the best stuff for giving you that look of like a glow within. Next, I'm going to grab my Naked Skin concealer, and I use it in the shade Light Warm. And I'm going to just go ahead and start concealing under my eyes, anywhere where I want my face to be brought forward. So under my eyes, my forehead right here, bridge of my nose, and on my chin. And I'm basically just going in with the concealer everywhere that I want to highlight. I have some redness around my nose, so I'm going to go there. And just a little on my eyelids. And then I'm just going to grab my damp beauty blender again and work this in. You don't want to pull with the beauty blender. You really want to just bounce, dab. And I start under my eye and work my way out and come back and forth. When I contour, I like to do a cream contour and then bronzer over it. I like to use the Maybelline Fit Me Stick in 355. And what I'm gonna start doing is contouring my cheeks, my nose to slim it out a little bit, around my forehead, and underneath my chin. For the contour here, the guide that I like to use is from the top of my ear to the corner of my mouth. You don't want to contour all the way into the corner of your mouth though. You want to stop so about here. Don't be afraid to go near your hairline. The closer to your hairline, the more natural it's going to look. You want it to be thicker, closer to the hairline, and thin itself out. This is just going to create depth in your face. If you'd like to make the line a little more harsh, because you want to make sure it stays above that ear line, you can just add a little bit of concealer. Okay, so next thing we need to do is set that liquid foundation. We're gonna start with the Anastasia Contour Kit. I love this thing. I primarily use this one right here. It's I believe it's banana powder. I don't know, something like that. But it's just the middle shade. I've basically been buying refills of this and popping them in. So we're just gonna set the under eye with that powder, with using just a standard tapered brush. This is the Sigma F35 brush. And I'm just gonna tap that into my under eye. Basically what this does is make sure that the liquid product doesn't crease in your lines. So anywhere that you get particularly oily during the day, I would recommend setting that area. So for me, it's my chin, and then down the side of my nose. So next I'm just gonna set my entire face with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. So I'm just gonna open that up, put a little bit in the lid here. My Sigma large powder F30 brush, kind of swirl that around in the lid, and then I'm gonna apply that all over my face. Make your face really matte, and it makes all of the powders that you put on top of it lie much more naturally. So before I do my bronzer, I am going to go ahead and fill in these puppies. That is using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Blonde. I recently purchased the brow definer because I read amazing reviews on it, and I'm not gonna say I don't love it, but I don't love it as much as the gel. I just find I have more control with the gel. I find when I'm putting this on my brows, it's kind of slipping all over the place, and I just feel like I have less control. I do angled brush from Anastasia when I bought the gel, and it has a little spoolie on the end. So I'm just gonna comb up my brows. And then start at the inner corner of my brow and work my way out. You want to be as light-handed on the inner part of your brow as you can, because you kind of want it to fade out. So it's going to be darker on the end and then fade out into the middle, if that makes sense. Keep it light, go dark. So I'm just gonna trace that line, that natural line that I have from here to the center of my brow, and work on the bottom first. I'm gonna add my line up here at the top. And work that down. And then I'm gonna try and match that shape on the other side. It rarely happens, but when it does, it's a great day. I'm gonna grab my bronzer. I lied. I'm gonna grab my contour kit. And I'm gonna go over that cream contour line we created with the powder. To grab my Morphe M523 brush, it's just a standard bronzer brush, and I'm going to grab this color right here. It's more of a gray, and I'm just gonna put that right over that line we created. When you're contouring, you generally want to be using a pretty cool tone bronzer. You don't want to use like an orangey, sparkly bronzer. The cooler the tone, the better. It's just gonna look more natural that way. And again, you're just following that same line from the top of your ear to the corner of your mouth. And bring it up. Then I'm gonna go over my jawline. Down my neck a little bit. And then I'm gonna go over my nose. A little here. Okay, then I'm going to grab my big fluffy brush, my Sigma F30, and I'm gonna grab some bronzer and kind of go over it with a more warm tone bronzer. And I'm using the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. So next I'm going to put some blush on my face. The blush is gonna sit just right on the apples of your cheeks, so right here, and go back and kind of fade into that contour bronzer line that we created. So I am using today the Morphe blush palette. Looks like this. This thing's amazing because it has, there's like 9 blushes in it, and I think it was like 30 bucks, and you can buy one blush for that much. So I love this thing. I'm gonna go in with this peachy color right here, and I'm using the Morphe E4 brush. Okay, so I'm gonna dab that on, and then I'm gonna tap it off. And then I just like to smile and follow that line. Then I am going to grab my Anastasia Glow Kit. Yeah, it's so great. I love it. I'm just gonna grab a Morphe fan brush. Any fan brush will work. It has 4 different highlights in it. So depending on how you're feeling or what look you're going for, it's great. I think I'm gonna do Bubbly, which is this one right here. And I'm just gonna put my fan brush in there, again, tap it off, and then I'm just gonna work that on right on top of the blush. So it should be highlight, blush, bronzer, but it shouldn't be separate lines. They should all kind of fade into each other. I barely highlight my chin because it gets so oily. So if you have that same issue, you probably don't need to either. You really want to focus on the tops of the cheekbones, the bridge of your nose, and then also your Cupid's bow. So first thing I'm gonna do is just grab my Morphe M441 brush, and I am going to go in with this guy right here. It's like a yellowy nude color. And I'm gonna put that right in my crease. Next, I'm going to grab this color right below it. Same thing, go right in my crease. Just building up. You can do this color a little bit higher too. Next, I'm going to grab this brown right next to that one I just picked up. And I'm gonna work this one only in the crease area of my eye because it's darker. Next, I'm going to grab this color right here, right in the center. It's like a reddish brown, like a burgundy. Next, I'm gonna grab this metallic shade right here, and I'm gonna put that all over the middle of my eye. I'm gonna use my finger for this. This is gonna go pretty much all over the lid. I'm avoiding the crease area, and I'm bringing it into my inner corner. And then finally, I'm going to grab this color in the bottom corner, and I'm gonna work that only in the outsides of my eye here. And I'm gonna blend that out a little bit. Then I'm going to grab my highlight color that I used on my cheeks, and I'm gonna put that right here on the brow bone. Next, I'm gonna grab my eyeliner. I am using the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel, and I'm gonna do a little bit of wing. Then I'm going to grab my L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply that. I'm going to use this NYX Butter Gloss. It is in the color Apple Strudel, and it's just a really nice pink color. The last step is just to set my makeup with my Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. I'm just going to spray that all over my face. Get ready, this is gonna be cute. This stuff is great because it moisturizes your skin, but also just sets all of your makeup in place. Make sure after you spray this on your face, you don't make any crazy facial expressions because your makeup will probably crease. You wanna make sure it dries. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me know what you'd like to see next. Thanks so much for watching. This is like the most diva thing you can do.